Hey folks, out here with your outer world news. Current time is 8:58 p.m. April 29th, 2013. Really sorry about the late upload, folks. Just a lot going on, having computer issues. I'm trying to figure some things out. That way I could download a little longer than normal, because trying to push the 15-minute mark sometimes can be a little stressful. So I'm using some new software, so if you could bear with me on this, I'm going to see how it works. If you guys like it, let me know. Alright, so here we go, folks. Going to go ahead and start off with this. Missiles fired at Russian plane with 159 passengers on board flying over Syria. Crazy stuff. 2 missiles were reportedly fired at a Russian plane with at least 159 passengers on board that was flying over Syrian territory. Russian officials admit the jet faced danger, but are not talking of a targeted attack. I don't know. I think al-Qaeda seemed the perfect opportunity to try to get Russia in there with, on their side with Syria. So there you go, folks. If you guys want to go ahead and look into that, al-Qaeda is the U.S. Our terrorist groups. But here you go. Huge blast near Damascus school. Target Syrian Prime Minister. At least 10 were killed. Oh, crazy, crazy stuff. Up now says death tolls rises to 15, with over 50 wounded in central Damascus car bombing. So there's more on it, if you guys want to go ahead and check into it. Also, U.S. domestic security turned massive failure. Yep, it sure did. Since 9/11, the United States spent over $7 billion on national security, but as the Boston tragedy showed, the money went to nothing. American lawyer Jocelyn Roddock told RT. There you go, folks. As you can tell, the people of the United States do not trust our government to protect us. We want to protect ourselves, and the polls are starting to show that. Also, rest in peace, Jim Tucker, the Bilderberg Group destroyer. This was released last night. Jim's work will live on forever. He was a friend of everyone and a patriot of liberty. Lost a good man yesterday, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and may he rest in peace. Also, U.S. using al-Qaeda to spread terror and chaos in the Middle East. Yeah, al-Qaeda. Yep, they're using them to destroy the Middle East. If you guys want to go ahead and look into this, this is from Press TV Global News. Press TV always has great information, truthful information. So if you guys want to go ahead and look into that, very interesting stuff there. Also, U.S. tries Iraq scenario in Syria. Remember the chemical weapons that went off? Yeah. So there you go, folks. If you guys want to go ahead and look into that, just crazy stuff, man. Also, anti-drone movement must become worldwide. This is from Press TV Global News as well. It's saying everybody needs to get out there and needs to start protesting these drones, because it's getting out of control. Also, 4 stabbed in church, New Mexico, China, One World Trade Center. This is from Pastor Paul Bagley. Like always, he always has his cup of coffee. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into that, also very interesting information there as well. Also, George W. Bush practically admits 9/11 was a conspiracy plot. This very interesting video. If you guys haven't seen it already, this was published on April 26th. And George Bush says, the Boston bombing is another very highly organized attack. Go ahead and check into that. Very interesting stuff there. Also, Chinese man destroys gun control debate. Must watch. This is from Alternative News for you. Very interesting video there. So go ahead and check into that. The Chinese man, he comes up and he's like just laying it on all these people trying to pass the gun laws, and I have to round of applause for him. You guys got to check this video out. It's very, very interesting stuff there. Also, Hitler survivor condemns gun control. Keep your guns. Buy more guns. This is from a Holocaust survivor back from World War II. She's telling us all to keep our guns. Don't make the same mistake they did. Very, very interesting stuff there. Go ahead and check into that. Also, Glenn Beck, Obama is going to be impeached. It's talking about Obama being impeached, Janet Napolitano being arrested for war crimes and other types of things. You know, the whole, pretty much half of the government is going to be tried. It's either that, or they're going to put us in FEMA camps and start destroying us ASAP before the S hits the HTF for them, which it is about to. So, keep yourself on guard, folks. You know, the Illuminati is losing and they don't like it, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure they win. Also, Obama impeachment bill now in Congress. Declares president's use of military without approval high crime misdemeanor, blah, 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 blah. That's from WMD, if you guys want to go ahead and look into that. Also, Americans fear government more than terror. Also, if you guys want to check in, this was released a day ago. Astonishing poll results for the first time since 9/11 hijackings. Showing that the polls that they have taken show that people do not trust our government no more. We want to take and keep ourselves protected. We don't want their protection. So there you go. New World Order. You guys are losing this battle. Also, fatal accident at Arkansas nuclear plant causes a shutdown. This was released April 1st, so around the beginning of the month. The reason why I brought this up is because you guys can look into this. You know, also, this is the reason why. Breaking news, imminent nuclear incident alert in California. Now, this was released last night from Rev. Michelle Hopkins. You know, she always has very valuable information. And you guys need to check this out. Remember that Facebook page that popped up about the nuclear incident on the West Coast around California? Maybe it's talking about this. You know, go ahead and check into that. She's talking about a complete or partial nuclear meltdown. So if you guys want to go ahead and look into that. Also, this guy. Also, alternative news for you. Radioactive Reality. Something grossly wrong at California nuclear plant. This was released today. Also, he's talking about it. You know, yeah, he might be a hippie. But, you know, much love for him for putting out info. You know, like anybody out there that does it. You know, we're winning this information battle. This info war, like, you know, is what Alex Jones calls it. But us going out here and putting out anything that we can find to, you know, show the government that we're paying attention to everything that they're doing. Eventually, they're going to have to talk about it. And guess what? You know, lamestream media, you guys are going to be put, you know, you guys are going to be put in jail too and prosecuted for your high treasons as well. So there you go. Also, anonymous insider, something grossly wrong at California nuclear plant. Fears for his safety. Potential reactor meltdown if restarted. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into this, you know, more information on it. Just crazy, crazy stuff. Also, breaking explosion at Seoul, South Korea airport, or near South Korea airport, not reported. Why? This was released last night from Mary Greenlee, 1954. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into this, shows the airport windows, and you can see a huge explosion off in the distance. You know, Reuters live stream isn't really covering South Korea anymore. They also got the remaining people from the plant out of North Korea and back into the South. You know, and then I was looking at some Korean news. They're saying that a nuclear missile strike can happen at any moment from North Korea. Stuff that we're not being told here in America. So go ahead and check into that. You know, very interesting stuff there as well. Also on to the extinctionprotocol.com. Alright, and from extinctionprotocol.com, E-bombs, the looming threat from doomsday terror weapons of the 21st century. If you guys want to go ahead and look into this, also very interesting stuff here as well. Also, Nania was talking about this, these swirls, you know, about everything that's going on, why they're weird, and how they're even in movies now, about the end times. A lot of people are talking about something really crazy is going to happen this spring. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that. Also, the H7N9 virus Potential human-to-human transmission. You guys want to go ahead and look into this. Also, 6 months after Megastorm Sandy slams into U.S., thousands still homeless. You guys want to look into that, you know, it's just crazy. Also, interior of planet Earth 1,000 degrees hotter than previously thought. Think it's hot on the sun? Well, it's just as hot under your feet. Go ahead and check into that. Very interesting stuff there. Also, powerful gas explosion rocks Chesapeake capital. 40 injured. Just crazy, crazy stuff. Also, more information about the comet, like from yesterday I was telling you guys about the new comet discovery. You guys want to go ahead and look into that. Very interesting stuff there, always. Also, Daniel, Chapter 2, Dreams and Visions. This is from Pastor Paul Bagley. If you guys are interested, very interesting video there. Bust out your Bibles, because this is talking about the end times as well. You know, it's a two-part thing. Daniel Chapter 2, The Great Image. Also from Pastor Paul Bagley. You know, check into it. You know, very interesting, talking about the fiery mountain that was cut without hands. You know, very, very interesting stuff. Also, a vision from God, California twin megaquakes, multiple confirmations. Uploading in obedience to God. This guy is crying on this video. He says he didn't want to upload it. And he's sad because he has family members in Hawaii and even himself, and he can't leave California. He said California is going to be wiped out and it's going to be a global coastal event of flooding. God told him to put quarters up to measure how big it would be. Now I'm wondering if it's an earthquake, because he doesn't really say that God says it was an earthquake. He thinks it's an earthquake. Or is it the asteroid impacts? Sydney, Australia, remote viewers, Webbot, people having dreams. I've even had a dream of a huge flood hitting over here in Miami. Even over here around DC being completely wiped out. And a nuclear bomb was popped off beforehand. Okay. DC was left in ruins. And people were trying to pick up stuff and scrounge for stuff. And I got in a car with these people I didn't know. And they were heading up here. Towards Lake Michigan. Because there was no fresh water around here anymore. You know, just craziness. You know, everybody's been having dreams. I've been having dreams lately, you know. Just scary times we're living in, folks. 429, dream. Rebuking falling angels. Vision, fourth seal opened. Damascus. And nuclear missile launch. See, even this guy's talking about a nuclear missile launch. Global coastal events. The seal's opening. God's trying to tell us something, folks. Also, a child dreams, visions, and prophecy. She's talking about government officials coming into our homes and taking us out. Trying to poison us. Fake people acting like they're injured when they're not. Like actors. She says these ships come by and drop candy. Well, the U.S. dropped leaflets in North Korea. This is a little child. I'm pretty sure she ain't on YouTube all day looking up end of the world stuff. You know, just crazy, crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. Go ahead and check into that. Very interesting stuff there as well. Also, mass bird die-off. Dead birds mysteriously falling from the sky in Port Arthur, Texas. There you go. Fowls from heaven will fall. Let's go ahead and check into that. Also, strange times. Deadly bird flew airborne. End times is here, as Nemesis in Nibiru is sighted. It's from End Times 23. Always interesting stuff from him. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Very interesting video. Also, Nibiru is real. Closer or a different object. This is from the End is Near 77. Also, interesting video if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Largest meteor ever discovered in Poland. Now these guys right here are walking with these, it's like a metal detector kind of thing. They discovered the largest meteor ever discovered in Poland up there. It is huge. You guys got to check this out. You know, just awesome, awesome stuff. Also, if you guys want to go ahead and look into this, this is the fireball that popped off April 25th. This is in Alberta, southern Alberta, right there, as you can see there. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into that. And there you go. Also, here we go. Worst wildfire season to come. This is from the Weather Channel. So, you know, we had a very, very, very dry year here in the United States last year. You know, huge drought. And the Weather Channel is forecasting a very, very bad wildfire season. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into that, you know, very interesting stuff. You know, just craziness. Also, planets, objects, and more in May. This is talking about the eclipses, dark sky object, planetary alignments, the meteor showers for May. So go ahead and check into that. Very interesting stuff there as well. Also, on to AMS. There's 23 reports right now coming in about fireballs being reported. And California and Florida are one of the spots I'm watching. Also, there's reports around DC, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and New York. So I'm going to keep my eye out on that. So Florida, and also California, and somewhere here on the East Coast, something was spotted. So we're going to keep our eyes out on that, definitely. Also, latest on to the Lunar Meteor Hunters blog spot, showing reports here in Europe, also in North America as well. So if you guys want to go ahead and check into that. Also, Helio Viewer. This sunspot right here seems to be deteriorating, but it's still got enough power and magnetic polarity to it. But we do have one that's cresting in that's got my attention because it is a beast. Huge delta spot. I'm going to keep my eye out on that for everybody. Also, nothing really popping off on Entrail Spiral. Just two little poofs right there. You guys want to go ahead and look into that. Also, on to the solar data from NOAA. There is still some plasma penetration because our magnetosphere and our atmosphere is very weak right now. Solar wind speed is very weak as well. So definitely going to keep an eye on that because of the X-ray flux. You know, the roars went off the chain yesterday for like no freaking reason too. So, I mean, you guys got to definitely pay attention to that. KP index dropped down to pretty much nothing last night and then popped back up. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that as well. Also, on the space weather prediction from the neutron monitors, you know, the cosmic ray density is spiking on one chart, coming up here around 9600. On the other chart, it was at 101, but now it's dropped back down to about 99. Pitch angle showing a little bit of disturbance here as well. Then come down here to Macarudo charts, also coming up as well. So I'm going to keep my eye out on that just in case anything happens. Also, this website right here, I wanted to show you guys. You know, you can pick anywhere. You know, I picked up around where my mom lives at, and then also down in DC. You can listen to police, fire, and EMS scanners at any time of the day, so you guys know what's going on. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and check into that. You know, always interesting information there as well. Alright, and here we go, folks, on the earthquake news. Like I said, sorry for like all the, you know, pauses and all that stuff. You know, I'll explain that in a minute. But on to earthquake news, we had a 5.0 off the coast of Central America and South America, 4.9, 4.5, and a 4.3. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out on this region like I was before. Also, California, keep my eye out over here. You guys have had some big 3-pointers lately. Also, 3-pointer up here, 3.4, and a 4.2 off the coast of Alaska. The other thing I don't like is Old Faithful. Old Faithful's been having some pop-offs lately, folks, and I'm really not liking that. You know, keeping my eye out on that. Also, 5.5 off the coast of Japan, 5.0 down around Taiwan, 4.7 or around Indonesia, I'm sorry. 4.6 just popped off, another 4.7. So the biggest quake we've had was a 5.5 in the past 24 hours, 4.4 and a 4.8 around Iraq. So I'm going to go ahead and keep our eyes out on that. I'm going to show you guys the earthquakes for the week. As you can see, Old Faithful over here too, you know, New Madrid Fault. I mean, look at this. A lot of stuff going on here, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my eye out on this. Now, we did have some big quakes last week, so this week, I'm sorry. So we're going to go ahead and keep our eyes out on that. So there you go, folks. Sorry if I wasn't really making too much sense today. Just very, very tired. Very, very long day. You know, sorry about all the weird noises. You know, chinchillas are going crazy, cats going crazy, dogs going crazy. And everybody's trying to get in touch with me, calling me. And this is my first time using this software. Usually with, you know, Screencast-O-Matic, I have to pause. You know, I can pause and then restart. You know, edit out noises, things like that. It takes a little bit of extra time, but I can do all that. With this software, I haven't quite figured that out yet. But hopefully I will soon. I just started with this software today. This is a Easy Vid Recorder. So I'm going to go ahead and try to see if you know, I can find a better way to be able to do this a little bit more efficiently. So like always, folks, sports info, comedy videos at the bottom. All links provided at the bottom. Also, if you guys want this earthquake software, it's also at the bottom. So everything I use, all links, everything is at the bottom for your comfort and for your own investigatory needs. So there you go, folks. I am out. I am going to go to sleep. So much love to you all, and may God bless.